Rich and I recently attended the Great Lakes Cable Expo in Indianapolis this year. The keynote speaker was best-selling author John Nesbitt, who wrote the book Megatrends. Rich and I were fortunate enough to interview a number of people at the conference, including John Nesbitt, Chris Coles of TCI at Home, and Dr. Larry Walker of Digital Equipment Corporation.
We're speaking to you today from the Midwest Cable Expo in Indianapolis, and I have with me Larry Walker of Digital Equipment Corporation. Larry.
Hi, Rich. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
So far, so good. I think it's a great show, and I think we're learning a lot of different things about not only content being provided by a lot of different people, but also technology being provided by a lot of different people, and I'm hopeful that's going to be interesting to some of your viewers.
Tell us a little bit about some of the technology we have behind us. What do we have in this cabinet here?
Well, what we're showing here is some of our products that talk about and deal with the idea of getting Ethernet access, that is high bandwidth access across a network that a lot of people are familiar with at their work, Ethernet, across a cable plant. So with these modems, bridges that we have, we allow full 10 megabit per second access to a corporate network, to a service provider like America Online or anybody else like that, that will allow somebody sitting in their home or small office that has a cable drop in them to have that full 10 megabit connection, as opposed to what you can get with a modem through a phone line, which is typically in the 9600, 14.4, maybe 28.8 kilobits per second.
So that in fact is a few hundred times faster than what you can do on a modem when you're talking.
Exactly, hundreds of times faster, and you can really see that when you're on the internet, when you're doing some surfing on the web or anything like that that requires a lot of bandwidth for graphics. You especially see it if you try to download video clips or audio clips. Even audio clips takes a long time.
One more question, Dr. Walker. What's your favorite homepage on the World Wide Web?
Actually, I was out surfing a couple weeks ago, and I found some. I happen to be a rock and roll fan, and I'm especially a 60s rock and roll fan, so I just got onto Yahoo, and I went in and looked through some indices, and I found some home pages that people had constructed that had some outtakes of Beatles recording sessions in which there were flubs and mistakes made, and various, how should I say, expletive deleted sort of situations that you can hear. So I've had some fun just downloading from that. These are all easy to find on Yahoo, and I find that's part of the joy of the internet and of the World Wide Web, is you just go out and find these things that are of particular interest to you. There's probably no more than a few hundred people who would be interested in that, but I'm one of them.
I'm Chris Coles. I work in TCI Technology Ventures and am responsible for TCI's business pursuits and investments within the online services space. So it includes things like Microsoft Network, the at-home business, as well as some yet-to-be-announced activities. So.
Okay. Well, tell us just a little bit about at home. You know, what is it? Is it the internet? Is it something the same or different?
I think that we would probably say that at home is something better than the internet. It's a service concept designed around the cable operator. What at home will have the capacity to do is look from the desktop all the way to those providers that have signed agreements to be part of the at home service. It will also extend out into the broader internet, so it's not a constrained service by any sense, but we have the ability to manage end-to-end seamlessly, be able to attack congestion in the transport or congestion in the servers or wherever those issues may crop up because of the way in which we're putting together the service.
Tell us a little bit about some of your thoughts on the role of content versus the role of technology and where we're going in delivering information.
Well, I think there's been a little too much emphasis on technology, going back to even the emphasis on high-definition TV. I mean, no one was standing around saying, "Oh, gee, I want a better picture." No one's saying they want better programming, not a better picture. And I think a similar thing is going on with cable and with the whole telecommunications consideration, that there's not enough emphasis on what the content is going to be. We argue about what the platform's going to be, who's going to deliver it, but what is being delivered is something that we really have to, I mean, we give lip service to it, but it's something we really have to focus on.